Hi everyone. So you may not be expecting to see me like this, sitting on the floor. I was really trying to get this live stream, like almost concerty kind of thing to you, but I've been doing it today and I've been doing it yesterday, and I don't think it's meant to be. I think it's just disagreeing with me. I have tried everything. I've fixed problems and they've came back, and I don't know why they're there. But to me, it just seems like the universe doesn't really want it. And you know what? I'm only one guy, and I can't fight the universe. So
I'm not getting involved. I'm here to enjoy myself, GC style. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna change it and just do what everything comes back to, and that's here on the floor with a cup of tea and my guitar. And I want you right now to go and pause this if you need to, and go find yourself a cup of tea or a glass of wine, whatever you're feeling today, and just come here, and we're just here to chill out. I'm gonna come back here to my guitar off the computer and just do this kind of thing. So I'll sing some songs from my second EP coming, and I'm gonna start by singing the title track, Forgotten Now. And Forgotten Now actually changed when it went into production. When I wrote it, it had three choruses. It had a kind of rappy poet speaky verse, which left completely because I just couldn't. When I was producing, I just couldn't feel how to produce it. So I flipped it on its head, and I got this idea, and I ran with it. So I've not really came back to the guitar and made a version. So the version I'm gonna do for you right now is basically on the spot, made up, but I'll try my best to keep it faithful, and I hope you enjoy. And yeah, this is Forgotten Now. Sold a rose by the blossom tree. Walk away, please, don't look at me. It was half rotted, petals faded by time, but I thought you were right. I've been forgotten now, blended into the faded ground. Am I lost and buried by the frosted leaves? Am I gone, faded into the trees? Forgotten now. Months of wasted time, opportunities left on my sidelines. Oh, you wouldn't notice, you left me with dead roses. Roses, 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 roses by the road. And that was Forgotten Now, the title track of my second EP coming soon to you. But I'm gonna move on from that. I'm gonna do it in order up to the interlude. I'm gonna do Betrayed by Roses for you now. So I hope you enjoy. Let's do it again. Betrayed by roses, left with bloody hands as it drips on the sand. You always knew how I felt. You left me with these cards in doubt. Through, better be done with you after this. 2 times I will not fall for this again. Betrayed by the rose, you never thought I'd know, but the thorns have left the blood dripping on my feet. I'm left torn. How could you just leave me be like this? Betrayed by the rose, suspended inside a cube of air. Can I mend this? All the pricks on my skin might tear. Wanna break away, cut the vines away. I can't stay, I can't. Betrayed by the rose, you never thought I'd know, but the thorns have left the blood dripping on my feet. I'm left torn. How can you just leave me be like this? Betrayed by the rose. After loss of little needle breaks, my hands are red and made me sick when I built a big tower up with you for hours. Once again, it just can't stick. Never guessed that it was all a trick. Was thought you were a flower. How could you have that much power? Betrayed by the rose. You never thought I'd know, but the thorns have left the blood dripping on my feet. I'm left torn. How can you just leave me be like this? Betrayed by the rose. Under the moon, we seek refuge from the incoming storm. Under the moon, you look in my eyes. The star-ridden sky is watching over us. How could it go wrong? Under the moon, a beautiful night. Can you hear the night sky? It's calling out to us. Under the moon, forgive and forget, not lost hope just yet. There's still time for the two of us, still time. No time. Under the moon, I'll rest easy without you. Under the moon, I'll rest easy under the moon. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, was the first half of my second EP. Under the Min is an interesting story because I wrote Under the Min right there, and it was very late. It was about 3 in the morning, and I couldn't fall asleep, and I was just so sad. I was in a really sad mood. I was very nostalgic, really looking for a memory, something to grasp onto. And I wrote this song all in one at 3 in the morning. And like I am right now, I pulled out my phone and I went and voice recorded this. This is camera, not voice, but I pulled out the voice recorder and I just recorded the song. And I was literally under the moon. It was a full moon that night, and it was very, very memorable. I remember it very well, and I wrote it, and then I went back to bed, and I fell asleep like a baby. Um, and I listened to it the next morning, and just decided I was just gonna keep it like that. And the version you hear on the EP isn't quite the same one that I recorded that night, but it's very similar, and it's still just literally here on the same phone, and it's just a phone recording, and I just thought I'd keep it that way. I wanted to keep the feeling of just being in a moment, and I just wanted that right there. And I think when you listen to the EP, you'll appreciate how it transitions to the next few songs. I feel like Betrayed by Roses and Forgotten Now are quite, they have a lot of angst in them. They've got a lot of kind of different emotions in them, but Under the Moon just brings it back to really where it is. It's not got too much anger. It's just feeling, and that's what I love about it. But let's move forward a bit. We're gonna move forward in time. Because this is sadly all on guitar, I cannot have as long of a set for you today. But I think because we're talking about nostalgia, I think I'm gonna do a song called The Past. And this one I've not performed for a bit as well, and it's probably the most tricky, so I might have to do a few takes and edit the bad ones out. The Past is one of these songs where it is also kind of like a feeling. And I I think over my kind of teenage years, not to be so typical, but um I have very much wanted to be a past version of myself that I've kind of lost. And or when I wrote this song, I definitely felt that way, and I was feeling very kind of sad and things, and I decided that I wanted to create something that tapped in on the nostalgia that I miss. Um, I think it addresses an overall problem that I had, and I still have at times, which is that I get stuck in the past all the time. And you're just gonna hear that said straight up. So this is The Past. Coming back to me now. Okay. This is The Past, and I hope you enjoy. Lost in time, when I could feel daylight crawling up through my veins, under my skin, alive of undying, rid of the sin. Memories in the past, I'll never see them again, but that's not a bad thing. Wondering when I'm done worshipping the past, losing the reality of this fantasy I lived and breathed. Insecurities unseen, ripped at the seams. Oh, I need to wake up. I'm a fool for this untitled love, this clouded sense of safety in an off-balance reality. Daylight made me happy then, now I am night falling, lost in time. Never will be alright. Always something to fear, something to love, some kind of heartbreak, someone to become, memories to form. It's not near the end yet, I'm still committed to living in the moment and not being stuck in the past. Always gonna be something to learn, grow from some kind of hurt. Always gonna need another side to flourish, to get through this lifetime. I'm only in the beginning. I'm only in the beginning. I'm only in the beginning. I'm only in. Still have things to figure out. But at least I'm not stuck in the past now. Past now. That was very nostalgic. I remember at the time I was going through this kind of stage of, when you think you know it all. And I felt like there, I still feel this to an extent, but I think I was so annoyed that things just kept coming. Like life kept going, life kept coming at me and just giving me things to worry about, things to think about. And this song was kind of meant to be about accepting that and accepting that there's not really going to always be a sense of stability. There's the stability that I strive for is rare. Life is not meant to be like that. Life is unpredictable. And so that was really a big part of that song was kind of trying to accept that. But I disagree with that statement now. I think this is editing Finlay. Um, I mean, I'm talking about one of my songs, and I can see what I was trying to say, but I don't think I said it that well. And I don't think it's not I didn't say it well. I just don't think that's what I meant. What is actually the case. So let me just quickly explain it away from my jet laptop. I I do think I agree that stability is something that well is rare, and you've got to accept that. But I also think the reason why this song was kind of funny and like it's funny to look back on is because at the time I thought a past version of myself would be able to handle the chaos of life better, one that was more happy. But I think it's more like I am who I am as a result of that chaos, and it's benefited me in a lot of ways. And by being nostalgic, it's just it's nice to be nostalgic, but you're doing yourself a disservice. Like I don't give my present self enough credit. And I think that's the real message of the song now. That's how I see it. I always think of it as I need to give myself more credit rather than thinking about how my past self would have handled things. So that's my little message on that. So yeah, thank you for my little re-explain. Don't know if that made sense, but it doesn't really matter. It's all symbolic. Whatever it means to you is whatever it means. I'm gonna do regrets, and this song regrets was also from the same thread that the last song was, the same kind of project I was working on. I came up with the idea, and this was during lockdown, to just make an EP that was all centered around personal experience rather than using someone else as the driving force for it. Coming to terms with things, a very therapeutic kind of thing. And so that's what these all came from. And regrets follows that same thread. So I hope you enjoy. Take it from me, things don't always have to go as planned. Sometimes you gotta reach your own hand and tell yourself there's much more to life than this. You don't need it more years. It's a phantom building up inner walls and letting you fall. Love ain't necessary, it's a rare part of reality that only works after so many. Few have singularity, hear me. Stop trying, focus on your writing. There's relief in conceding. Listen, 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 listen. Hear me, hear me. Listen, 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 listen. Hear me, hear me. Spent your life living in fantasy. Realize that in this virtual reality, all you have is neutrality. Your robotics will reach insanity. Find your own peace in what you believe. Standing up for what you believe in. Who cares? Who listens? Not everyone can be pleased. Take it from me. Perception doesn't define you. All it does is confine you. You know that you've been lied to. Have the strength to get through. Hear me. Stop trying. Your hurt is underlying, but it's not identifying. Listen, 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 listen. Hear me, hear me. Listen, 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 listen. Hear me, hear me. That was regrets. Um, regrets is about, again, kind of feeling like attached to an ideal. I, when I was younger, was a bit of a hopeless romantic, still a bit of a hopeless romantic, but I don't strive for it anymore. And I kind of accepted that there's a lot more stuff that I need to deal with by myself before I go striving for another person. And I was just in a hole of just wanting and being sad and thinking of past relations and going, oh well, what if I done something different, or what if it just kept going? But I realized there was more that I needed to do with myself, and the song is me speaking to my past, my younger self, telling him to just stop, get some stuff out, do what you need to do, and just live on by yourself for a bit, and that's fine. Um, that's what regrets always felt like, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we're gonna do the last song. I was really excited to do this one on live, to be honest, because I had a bass, I had backing vocals. It sounded great, and I'll get it to you at some point. You'll hear it at some point in the future because I feel like it's a waste not to. But this is really recent. This is a song called Growing Pains, and I just wrote this literally like a month ago. I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't find the right melody, and then one day it just all clicked. It didn't click completely. I played with the lyrics a bit more. I needed to find the topic, but I found it. And this song is about moving on with life, moving forward, moving on to a new chapter, and talking about leaving things behind and dealing with growing pains per se. So yeah, this is Growing Pains, and I really hope you enjoy. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, have a lovely day. Spring, how has it come to spring again? Been living like a dreamland since last time has gone. Hints of what I want to write about have come along like summer droughts. I've dreamt about being here, my chance to leave this all behind. I'll try, remember what I worked to find into deep. Growing pains killing me. I've kept my soul out of sunlight, familiar with moonlit skies. I'm lacking that paradise, too much of one mind. Nostalgia haunts my daydreams, holds back from what I need. Pulled away by these growing pains. Growing pains are killing me. Time I started letting light come in. Grown up with this night owl shit. I felt like I'm alone too often. Pray I'm trusted in the hands of fate. No burned or overburdened, not falling out of grace. My soul says I'll be okay, but I hope the pressure doesn't break my stride naturally. Growing pains killing me. I don't know how to travel, traverse through the unseen, leave my life behind. What's left to hurt me? Nostalgia haunts my daydreams, holds back from what I need. Pulled away by these growing pains. Growing pains are killing me. Leaving feels like the better step. I've been waiting for the payoff for my pain. Sweet release, no more muddled heads. I can finally embrace my own rain. My own rain. I sound so uncertain, my destiny's rising. A phoenix of chances there, waiting for me to sing. I'm moving away. My future can hold me. Just you wait. My growing pains, my growing pains, growing pains. One track mind, lost for time. One track mind, lost for time. One track mind, can only go up from here. Make sure that my mind is clear. It's a final lie. Better not look back now. Leave my growing pains behind. There's a new time to find. Growing pains, growing pains. My soul says I'll be okay, but I hope the pressure doesn't break my stride.